Hello, 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 TGIF. It is Friday. Go grab your favorite adult beverage. I have assembled a slight army of bags off to my left, your right, for us to take a look at. And there is one particular bag that, when I took it out of the box, gave me inspiration for Friday happy hour. So, too hot to welcome. I'm glad you're ready for happy hour. Monitha, hello, hello. Ladies, go ahead, hit the thumbs up. Meet and greet everyone. Hello, Keisha. I know if you're like me, you were looking at the date saying it's Friday the 13th, and at 4:59 and 58 seconds, the day is going to be over. And as soon as it was, I made a V line from upstairs downstairs to the Dooney vault, pulled out some bags, grabbed some packages off the porch, poured a glass of wine, Skinny Girl Moscato, and decided, you know what? I'm going to keep my girls company for a little while, and we'll all be ready for Mrs. Q by the time she gets home. So I see, let me do a quick roll call, and then we're going to dive in to Hata, Monitha, Keisha, phenomenal personality, the closet dive, Denise Mejas. I'm probably slaughtering it. It's been a minute since I've had to speak Spanish. And okay, Keisha, get finished, get finished. Hello, Lucinda. Welcome. Happy Friday. Grab your favorite adult beverage. We are going to dive in. So, I was, I have been on wait a minute, let me check real quick. Is the volume okay? Because y'all can tell I'm filming in a completely different place, and I know that this room has an echo. Is the volume okay? If it ever isn't okay, let me know and I'll try to stop moving around. But I just want to make sure that the volume is okay. All right. Thank you, Monitha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I have, let me hold on to that. I have been on this Birkin 40 kick. Like, I wouldn't even call it a dream bag, because for me, that kind of money would be like a fixer-up property. I wouldn't spend that kind of money on a bag. No, nothing against people that spend that money or that have that kind of lifestyle. More power to them. But for me, I would rather purchase another investment property and convert it into something that is gonna hold its value. And I know Birkins, Hermes, they do, just my preference. But because I have fallen in love with the dimensions of that bag, the look of that bag, and looking at things from different brands, like the 9 West sandals that I shared with you guys, or you ladies, in one of my Loving My Souls videos, I'm looking for like inspiration pieces. Pieces that are more budget friendly for me, but that also give the same dimensions, the same vibe. So I've been looking for those. This particular bag is a Coach bag, and it caught my attention because I initially thought it's a size 40, so it's going to be comparable to the dimensions of the Birkin 40, which is like not the larger size, but it's one of their larger silhouettes. Then the handbag hauler got this bag in a color story, and she shared it on her channel, and I was like, gotta have it. Signed, sealed, delivered, baby's coming home, I'm yours. And the color that I wanted sold out. But then the color that I wanted, I called customer service, and they found it in, of all places, for those of you that were in the live on Sunday, they found it in Williamsburg, Iowa. So after I talked crap about pissed off Patty in Williamsburg, Iowa, by the way, I don't know if there's a Patty that works in Williamsburg, a wonderful essay by the name of Leanne helped me, and this was after I called customer service with the item number, and they were able to track it down for me. I was aware that they had just arrived in the store. She made me aware that they did not have any in the back, but I wanted this bag. And after the bag got here today, y'all, let me tell you, I was like, this is happy hour worthy because I have not had a good streak. And this bag just gave me all kinds of vibes. So I'm going to share it with you, and then I'm going to do a few comparisons that are long overdue. And for those of you that are true tote girls, true big bag girls, have been undecided about what size, or whether it's a purse or work bag or travel bag or diaper bag or all of the above or somewhere in between, I think this is going to help answer your questions. And for my true big bag girls, I'm talking about the GM Never Full. I'm talking about the large Florentine Russell as a purse. I'm talking about the oversized, I can't remember what the letters are, but the Goyard, the largest totes. These comparisons, I think if you're familiar with those bags, are going to help you make a decision on whether or not the Dempsey 40 is going to be for you. And it is going to, I'm going to ignore the closet dive because she always throws me off. But I think it will help you get a better feel for the size and whether or not this is truly a bag you want in your collection. So, here we go. I need a place to put my wine. Here she is. This is the color combination that I wanted, and of course I drug my feet doing research, and then it sold out. For those of you that are interested, the only store, the only outlet store in the country right now that as of 2 days ago that had the C1789, yes, I have memorized the style number, is the Williamsburg, Iowa outlet store. They are shipping. They have adopted the same online invoice process that MCM is doing. So once they identify your bag and pictures and all of that other stuff, they will then text you a link and it will take you to the invoice. You pay the invoice and then you get your shipping confirmation, and literally here it is 2 days later and this beauty is here. So here is the bag. It is in the dark signature with the red, I think it's 1941 leather. My concern about this bag was whether or not the bottom was going to sag. And we're gonna do a little experiment to see how that goes. So here's the bag from the side view. It is trimmed inside and out with a leather, which is gonna help from a structure standpoint. This is the back side of the bag. You can also see the hardware that attaches the straps. Here is the bottom of the bag, and let me just show you from this side. She's wearing boots. They're better than what you normally see on the bottom of a bag. They're not quite the same ones that are on the bottom of the double swagger, but as you can tell, they got a little bit of depth to them. They are absolutely little boots. They're ankle boots. They're not full boots. All right. This bag comes with 2 top handles, so it can easily be carried over the crook of the arm, or, which I'm not tall enough to be able to show you, but it can carry just down to the side, and it hits at 5'5", it hits right at the bottom of my calf. So that's kind of, you know, based on my height, that's where it hits. It does come with a webbed shoulder strap that is in black, that is trimmed in red. So there's the strap. It actually almost looks a little brown under this light, but, or maybe it is brown. I can't tell under any of the lights, but it is adjustable. So here we are with the shoulder strap at fully extended, and it falls. Let's see if you can see where it falls with me on my tiptoes. So you can see it falls a little bit further than my comfort zone, because y'all know that like right in here is kind of where I like the bottom or the base of my bags to be if I'm wearing like a crossbody or if I'm using a hobo bag. But it hits right above the bend of my knee, which feels like a really good spot. Then, as a crossbody, I love it as a crossbody. I thought that it was going to be too large to use as a purse, but it is absolutely not too large to use as a purse if you are truly a big bag girl. This is the first of my birthday purchases, and although it is an outlet purchase, I am very pleased with it at this point. All right, so again, crossbody, and when it's crossbody, do you see where it falls? Look, it's in my sweet spot, and that's with the strap fully extended. It falls right at my side, kind of, and you can tuck the top handles in so that they're not interfering with like your boobs and stuff, but you can tuck that in, and then it falls right in that sweet spot where it hits in my hip, right where I like it, and it's in a good spot where I can get my hand underneath the bottom. I don't know what it is. It's just like some women that walk around and hold the strap of their bags. If I got a bag crossbody, I'm not walking around holding the bottom of the bag, but I like that security in the event that I want to put a little bit more security there. All right, so let's shorten the strap. So the strap is adjustable, and I adjust it all the way out, so let me shorten it all the way. All right, so here's the strap all the way shortened, and look at it as a shoulder bag. Perfect! It falls perfectly as a short shoulder bag if you decide that you want to use it as a work tote, if you want to use it as a baby bag, if you want to use it as a purse. And here's the great thing about it on the shoulder if you decide to carry it this way. Without taking it off of my shoulder at all, I have complete line of sight to everything in the inside of this bag. I love it. I love it. All right, let's take a look at the inside, because Coach's lining, the lining of their bags, make me really nervous because they don't have the organization that I'm usually accustomed to with Dooney. They also have a tendency to be a little bit darker in the lining, right? They don't have the bright or light lining. So I was curious to see how deep, how dark the interior of this bag was going to be. All right, top handles. Let me take this out for a minute. That's a prop for later. Okay, it does have the little hang tag, and then the straps are on D-rings, and they lay flat down in. So if you want to use it as a crossbody, these will completely fold out of the way. And I want you to listen to this magnet, because I have complained 9 zillion times about the lack of strength, in my opinion, on Coach's hardware, but they nailed it with this one. You hear that? It is not a magnet for the faint of heart, and that's what I appreciate, because it seals the top, and it's not one of those little flat, flimsy, you see that? It's got some pull to it. See that? I'm glad I don't have to complain about the hardware. All right, let's take a look at the interior of this bag. Listen, Coach needs to do this for all of their bags. I hope going into next year, they decide they're going to line most of their bags and they're going to give some organization, even in the smallest of bags, because they freaking nailed it in this one. Whether you're going to use it as a work bag, a travel bag, a baby bag, a purse, they nailed it in this one. First off, the interior is not dark. They got pretty close to my red with this ox bloodsy Bordeaux-ish color. Let me see if the lighting is going to pick that up for you. Let's see. All right, so you can see, there's my receipt, but there is, okay, all kinds of shadows, but this is the only place I could like give y'all really good views. All right, then let's start with the front of the bag. Front of the bag, organization includes a large zipper pocket. This is the front wall, large zipper pocket, plus there are 3 pockets. So there are 2, let me zip it back up so you can see it. Hold on. There are 2 slip pockets on either side and a pin pocket or stylus pocket right here in the middle. Brilliant, because this bag is screaming, put a laptop in me, put an iPad Pro in me. It's screaming, put your school books, your textbooks, your work files. It's screaming for all of that. And the fact that it has either a pen or a stylus plus 2 nice size pockets that would easily accommodate a work phone and a personal phone, or a work phone or a personal phone, and then maybe your mask, your gloves, your hand sanitizer, those kinds of things, very easily. But even if you decide, I just want to use this side as like my purse stuff and put my work stuff on the back side, you've got yet another large zipper pocket on the back wall. Completely lined, and I am in love. Now, this leather, I do have concerns about the bottom of this bag, but if you recall, it's probably been a couple months ago, I pulled out this large organizer that I thought was going to work inside the large Russell, and it ended up completely being way too large for even the large Russell, which I pulled out to kind of show from a comparison standpoint. But I thought maybe it would work inside of here and provide even more storage and organization options. So we're going to try it together and see if it's going to work. So none of the other bags that I tried this in worked. It was way too wide and way too deep. The height isn't a problem, but it is a really large organizer. You see that? It is not for the faint of heart. It is not for a little skinny mini bag. So let me just let you see how deep the base of it is. That's a big one. That's bigger. This is bigger than the organizer that's gone in large Clara, my Leisure Shoppers, the Greta Leisure, larger than medium Russell. This one is super size. So let's see. I'm gonna just take this off for a minute, because I got a feeling I'm gonna have to do some maneuvering to see if it's gonna work. This organizer is, I think it's in my Amazon store. It's the extra large from the brand Pelicus, Pelikus. So if you're looking on Amazon, you want to search for the Pelicus brand organizers. And let's see. Okay. I may need to steam it a little bit because that fold from being in the packaging, but because the sides keep wanting to fold in, but you tell me what you think. So I do think it may be slightly deeper, let's see, than the base of this bag, but I think I can make this work. Let's see. It is just a hair wider. But I think I can make this work, and I'm going to make it work. My bag, my inserts, and I like the bright red in the interior, and I love the additional options for phones and masks and pens and, you know, all of that, chargers and pill bottles and all of that other stuff that we're having to carry around. Or if you're going to use it as a work bag, a place where you can put like your portable mouse, your USB devices, a place where you can throw your charger, maybe your mouse pad if you're one of those people. Okay, so let me see before I switch bags. Okay, so yes, Diva, I really do. I'm in love with it. I am in love. All right, so it's hot down here, or maybe that's the wine. I don't know yet. Okay, so we got this one, and I thought, let me see how this bag compares to none other than the Newport Tote from Dooney and Bourke. This is the nylon one. I do have it in a couple of nylon colors. I also have it in the original, which is the navy blue in Cabriolet. But this is the one that was closest because I have used it many a time for travel, but never as a purse. But now it has me rethinking it as a purse because it's in my sweet spot. It's on my shoulder. It has a crossbody option. It has amazing organization on the outside, both front and back. So it has two large slip pockets on the front, and then on the back it has one large snap pocket. It has a zipper top, plus it has organization in the interior, a nylon key keeper, and Dooney's light lining. So if I can carry or consider carrying this one as a purse, then maybe I should reconsider the Newport. But if not, just for those of you that may be on the fence about whether you want to add a Newport because it usually shows up during the 12 days of Dooney, I thought that I will at least show you these two side by side. You can tell where I've been resting my hand. That's my issue with this leather, is that's just going to get worse. But anyway, here we go. Dempsey 40, Coach, Newport Tote, Dooney. Both with top handles, both with web straps so they can be used shoulder or crossbody. The Dempsey, though, has a much deeper butt on her, and the corners are leather on both bags. It's just a matter in how the fashion house actually captured the corners. They both have feet, but the Dooney version has the reinforcement under the bottom. So, here we go here. Never thought about this one as a purse, but everything seems to be getting a debut this year. Thinking about things in a different way. And here's the red. We'll see how this one does on my shoulder, because I don't think I've had it on my shoulder. That's a lot tighter. So the shoulder drop on the Dooney bag is a lot better. Way better. This is almost feeling like a blood pressure cuff on the Coach version, but it's up there. And now it's not. All right, so let me see what, if anything, on these before I switch it up. All right, I think we're good. I don't see any questions. All right, so the next one is, you saw this one on my channel not too long ago. This is Dooney version. I know that it's available periodically on the secondary market. Wanted to show you these side by side so that you could see the difference. The Dempsey is definitely taller. The Dooney version is longer. Dooney in this version does not have any feet under the bottom. And they appear to be about the same in depth. I was gonna measure, but we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that right now. So there's the side, and then you can definitely tell from this angle that the Coach version is taller. No lining, no snap, but this one does have the outside drawstring pocket. It will also work on the shoulder, does not pass the elbow test, and then no lining on the interior, no organization. So that's that one. All right, then I started thinking, what about how it compares to the large Russell? Because if we're talking about large bags or big bags, that's kind of the pinnacle for me, right? Russell, I'm a long-term fan. I have a few of them in my collection. Let's see how it compares to Russell on the shoulder. So I'm putting the strap back on because this is a no-no for me over the shoulder. But here's, let me drop these inside. Okay. You can see my hand. All right, and then here we go. Can you see the patina on this Florentine under the light? I'm sure you can. So that's, this one's got a much better shoulder drop. It falls more in my sweet spot. Neither one of them are bad, but this was kind of like perfectly at my hip. And then from the dimension standpoint, you'll be able to see them here. And here. And see if we can get them here. Whoop. That Florentine is squishy. It doesn't want to stand up straight. Okay. my mud bag. That's what I'm gonna call this one because of all the scratches and issues. Since I can't return it. Not gonna turn this into a sip and cuss. I'm not gonna turn this into a sip and cuss. Sometimes you have to talk to yourselves. What is the deal? Come on. Oh, it is hot down here. Okay. Let's see. So this is the large Camden, Florentine Camden, which is another pretty big bag. Just so you can kind of see the difference in these two. I hate that my arm can rest on the top of this bag down so far. I don't like that. But here it is. Here's this one. And shoulder drop. The shortest strap. Ooh, wait a minute. Let's see if there is a new purpose for this strap that I dislike on that Dooney bag. Oh! I like that even better. This strap is good on this bag. And the red pops, I think, a little bit more than the web strap does. Now, there's a little bit of a finish difference in the hardware, little bit. But if you are up on me that close, we're going to have a problem if you're talking about the hardware on my bag. Because you're way too close for me. Way too close. So I like this strap on this bag. I like it better on this bag than I do on the Dooney bag. So let's see if maybe they should have swapped straps. Let's see. Not quite, and this is at its shortest setting, but I do like the feel of the web strap on the Florentine, which I didn't think that I would like, but I prefer, because it's a little bit more adjustable, a little bit more comfortable, I prefer the web strap on it a little bit better than the strap that came with it, and I absolutely love this strap from the Dooney bag on the Coach Dempsey 40, and then I prefer the MK guitar strap on the Camden, if you recall that live. So it's going to be a little bit of musical chairs as it relates to the straps. We're going to play musical straps and get them with the straps that should have come with it. I really like that on here. And I know that's Florentine, it's off a little bit, it's pebble versus smooth, but, or let me get it on the right side so you can actually see. But I can live with that. The more I play around with this Dempsey, the more I'm loving it. The more I'm loving it. All right, so next is, I I did a video many moons ago, and I said that I was going to do a comparison between Floto and Dooney and Bourke Florentine duffel. Never got around to doing it. Couldn't figure out where to film and how I wanted to film and any of that stuff. Then my tribe sister, military mom, reached out to me and inquired about the follow-up video that is many moons past due. So I pulled out the Floto bag plus 3 other Dooney bags, and I thought, it's happy hour. There are no rules to happy hour, other than I'm gonna finish in time for Mrs. Q's For Real Friday. And that way, if they show up during the 12 days of Dooney, or you find them at a great price and you're preparing for life after COVID, or whatever you might need a smaller travel bag for, you'll have some idea of what size will work better for you. So I'm gonna start with showing you the Floto bag. Let's go back and refresh your memories about Floto, and while I'm getting a sip of water and grabbing that bag, if you have not already hit the thumbs up for this video, I'm going to ask that you do so. If you've not meted and greeted with the other ladies in the chat, check in, see how their week is going. I know everybody is ready to decompress on this Friday the 13th, because I have felt every minute of today. All right. Good water. Okay, so here we are with the Floto. I think it's a weekender. Outside pocket, their version of chestnut, their version of Italian Florentine leather. What I will tell you is that if you are looking at Floto right now, they always have an amazing sale that starts in November and goes through the first of the year, and they have already started that. I think it's an extra 25 or 30% off, plus every once in a while they will stack an additional promotion on top of that. So like yesterday, I want to say that it was included in the doubles. So they had like an additional 11% off, I think it was yesterday. I could be making that up, but they always stack their promotions. If they have something that's going on for a long time, they are a brand that stacks. So this bag, 5 feet under the bottom, and it has boots on. It has 5 boots under the bottom. These boots are similar to the ones on the double swagger. They aren't the same color, but I'm talking about the thickness and the height that or the lift that they give to the bag. This is very similar. You can tell how high that one is there. Those are very similar to what's on the double swagger for those that are familiar with that. Zipper pocket on the front, nothing on the back. It does have rear top handles attached, and they do fold flat. It does come with a shoulder strap with Mrs. Q's favorite strap piece on the top. And I probably should have brought something down here to kind of weigh it down, but here's the bag. Empty, and then crossbody. Okay, perfect size for a weekender, not too big, not too bulky. The leather has some weight in it, but it's not super heavy. My issue with this bag is not on the outside, My issue with this bag is on the inside. Shout out to my home state, South Carolina, because the lining of this bag is made in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Actually, I like the color of the lining. My issue is the lining is not attached to the inside of the bag. Like, you can pull the whole lining up and out of the bag. Maybe if you're trying to spot clean the lining or something along those lines, maybe that will work for you. But I just like when the interior lining of a bag is kind of tacked or glued or sewn or stitched, and it's not all this loosey moving around stuff going on in the inside. I don't see where this adds any value or any additional function to the inside storage of the bag, other than the fact that it just feels like a shortcut. But you got organization, you got a large zipper pocket, it's got their Florentine leather on the back trim, on the front wall, you got a large pocket here, and then it's just tons of space. Here's the hardware up close. It does have the Floto branding on it. I don't know if that's showing upside down or what, but it's there. The hardware is a bit more brass antiqued as opposed to polished or matte gold from Dooney or even Coach. And just a little bit closer on the feet. The bottom. And then the stitch work on the back. All right, so here's this one, and the Dooney version bear with me, let me get the handle so that it's manageable. And we'll do a side by side. Okay. Whew. For those that have ever done collection videos, shout out to you, because pulling everything out and pulling it all together and then you got to put it back, it's work. It's work. This is about the extent of what I'm willing to do. All right, that's the back of the bag. Get myself together. All right, so here is the Weekender. Let me get that snap back down so that it, woo. Okay, so here's the Dooney version. Here we go. And it is stuffed, which is probably not helping Floto not be stuffed, but I don't have any stuffing down here. So here's Dooney, and you can just tell from the base that this one has got 6 feet under Dooney, a reinforced bottom. You hear that? The Floto has 5 feet underneath the bottom. Neither has them reinforced, but so pretty good on the bottom. I'm actually surprised. I was expecting this to have a little bit more give. What I think I prefer about the Dooney one is that the bottom is one solid piece of leather on Dooney, And Floto actually has a stitch here in the bottom with the 1 foot. So at some point, depending on how this is structured, that could present a problem. It could result in premature sagging because it's not one solid piece of leather. It appears that they have put 2 pieces together to make this bottom. All right. So let's see if we can get the bottoms. Yeah, so the Dooney one definitely has a bigger butt. It's definitely wider. It has extra organization on the outside because the Dooney version has a front slip pocket here. And it goes all the way down to the bottom. But it also has a zipper pocket on the back. And it goes all the way down to the bottom. See where my finger is down there? So it's, the finger is in here. The Floto only has the 1 pocket on the front. The pockets feel about the same size, although the Dooney ones feel a little bit easier to get in. The leather just has a little bit more give, but easily could get my phone in there with no problem. But there is no zipper or organization on the back. And this one does not have a shoulder strap, right? So there's no additional hardware or anything that you can attach on this one, but you could put the strap that maybe comes on the Newport and attach it catty-cornered if you just had to have it as a crossbody as opposed to carrying it over the shoulder, carrying it by hand, or dropping it on the top of a smaller piece of luggage and then just pulling it from, you know, on the top, kind of like a little pulley or dolly system. So here is the Dooney. This is the medium duffel Florentine in the color chestnut. And this is the Floto duffel in chestnut. It has the much more of a shine. It almost has a bit of a, I don't know, almost like a patina, the shine you would get when you get a patina. And this one, well, I guess under these lights you can see that as well. Also has the luggage tag. It has the snap tab for the extension on the zipper as well. And then this one compares to the Cabriolet Weekender. This thing has, y'all can tell, it gets to go a lot. But this one is in the color Tomorrow. I gotta think about brown luggage. Maybe that's why I don't have a thing for brown bags. There could be something there. All right, so here is the Weekender in Cabriolet. They have this silhouette, or they had it, this silhouette in the Greta for $169, I think, earlier this week or over the weekend. It's a great one. I'm just waiting for the black version to return. It also has 6 feet under the bottom, where the Floto only has 5. but the Dooney duffel has 6. It has the piping. The web strap does not go underneath the bottom, but it is secured along the sides, and it is adjustable but not detachable. So I can shorten this a little bit, but I cannot take it off. And this strap has probably never been moved because I always, let's see. Okay. All right, so here we go with the weekender. This Cabriolet is really light, really durable, so it doesn't get as heavy as quickly when you're packing it, just because it already starts out so much lighter, which is probably the reason that it has become a go-to piece for me, because it is so light. And if you are one of those folks that are really good at packing, or maybe you roll your clothes down to save space, or you're using packing cubes, you can get a lot of stuff in this bag. So there's that one, and how it compares to Floto. They are actually probably a little bit closer in size than the Dooney one. The base of them are different, but the depth is not. So the length is similar, but the depth is probably more comparable. All right, and then back side. All right, and then the weekender to the duffel. This is the front. Definitely can pack a whole lot more in the duffel than you can the weekender. If you're a heavy packer, maybe the duffel becomes your weekender. Here we go from a side view. And then on the bottom here, let's see. This bag was just worth the money. I like this one. I just don't know how I feel about it being in the overhead. It'd probably be okay in the overhead bin. I just don't want this on the floor. This one has been on many of airport floors or airplane floors under the seat, just because it will fit if I haven't overpacked it. And then the last piece is a triple comparison. And it is going to be the carry-all. So, confession, I got my mom a carry-all, and I didn't have one, and fell in love with hers after she carried it on the first trip, and I could not wait for it to go back on sale so that I could pick it up. And I picked it up, and of course, it's still in the plastic because I've been using my weekender. But this is the carry-all from Dooney and Bourke in Navy Cabriolet. It does have a shoulder strap. Let me throw, that Florentine is heavy. Whew. All right. So here it is. It's probably looking black maybe under these lights, but I promise you it's navy. And it has a little bit of that Boston or Speedy silhouette vibe to it. It does have the hardware on the side so that you can attach a web strap, and it does come with a strap. It has 5 feet under the bottom, and instead of the entire bottom, all 5 feet being reinforced with like the strips of leather, they each have little leather pieces or caps underneath each of the feet. The leather straps do not go under the bottom. There is no front pocket. There is also no rear pocket. And again, the leather does not continue under the bottom. It's just there for the aesthetic. And it will go over the arm. But listen, I don't know how you pack and I don't know how you carry your stuff, but what I will tell you is after packing a bag for a weekend or a carry-on or whatever the situation is, that bag will wreak havoc on your rotator cuff, your shoulder, your collarbone, your everything, because it's heavy. So I have an appreciation that the strap will allow it to go over the shoulder, but that is not going to be a comfortable carry, which is why I appreciate the fact that it does have, like the Weekender, it has a strap. Now I'm getting this tied in the zipper. Come out, come out, come out. There we go. Okay, so it is hot here. I don't know what part of the country you are in. Well, I know where some of you are. But it is not exactly fall here in Georgia. The leaves have changed, but it is still hot. So here we go. It's stuffed, but there's the strap. That's the point. So if you prefer a darker strap, or if you wanted to swap for a fun strap, you could do all of that to make sure that it is the most comfortable carry. But we're going to look at the carry-all compared to the Weekender, and then the carry-all compared to the duffel, and then the carry-all compared to the Floto, which is the whole reason that all these travel bags are out. And then I'll share my final thoughts while I get some water. All right, so carry-all by Dooney and Bourke Cabriolet Navy, Weekender Cabriolet T-Morrow Brown, both by Dooney. Let's see. Let me move that out of the way before I end up falling over it. So let's see what these look like here. Okay. So, Weekender. And then you've got the carry-all. Can get this one over the arm with the shoulder strap. Cannot. These are going to be a super tight blood pressure cuff on my arm, so this is not going to be an over the shoulder carry for me. But there's the Navy carry-all, Weekender, side by side. Behave, you're on camera. It's like, Mama, I want to go to the airport. So do I. So there we go. Side by side. And then here we go to the bottom. See if we can get these to, uh-oh. Let me get the strap out of the way. Let's see if I can get these are the same length, but for whatever reason, fatigue is setting in, and I don't know that they're gonna lay side by side and play nice with each other. So that was the carry-all and the weekender. This is the medium duffel and the carry-all. All right. Is Sanford in the chat? Sanford, I think you would be very pleased with this one as a travel bag. Very pleased. I don't know that I have a Dooney one that I would recommend for a guy. I guess the carry-all could work. I don't know if I'd recommend these specific weekenders for a guy, but they do have pebbled versions of the weekender. They also have Florentine for the weekender, and I would recommend those for a guy if you're thinking about gifts or a surprise for the guy in your life. I don't know that I would go with Cabriolet in the weekender, but I think you would be okay with the Cabriolet in the carry-all, or definitely in the Florentine. All right, I think I was supposed to show you the bottom. I think that's where we were when I started running my mouth. Ugh. And the back view. Okay. And I think the last comparison is the Floto. Miss Q, I'm going to be in the live, but I'm going to be cleaning up down here and running bags back and forth until I can get settled. All right, so we've got, what time is it? Because I don't want to cut into her time. Okay, we're good. All right, so carry-all, Dooney and Bourke, Floto, duffel, side by side, side view, bottom view. Let's see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me get the strap out of the way. By the way, for those of you that are interested in the Boston, Floto has a Boston bag. Dimensions are similar to the MCM Boston bag. They have it in leather, and I think they have it in 4 colors, including red. And it is at a great price. It has the same lining that you see in here. Take a look. All right. So, let's see if I can get that back. All right, that's a little bit better. And then side by side again. And the back. Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to start? First place I'll start is a Dooney and Bourke large travel piece in Florentine leather, you cannot go wrong, especially if you can find it on sale. It is just going to get better and better with time. And there is no reason for you to baby a Florentine piece for travel. The more it gets beat up, the more miles it gets, the more personality it develops, the more it tells the story of your travels. And maybe occasionally wipe it down, condition it, but it is definitely an investment piece. Whether you have a kid that's getting ready to go off to college or coming home from college for graduation, they would need maybe something for weekends with their friends or their significant other or business travel. You cannot go wrong with a piece of Dooney Florentine leather from a travel piece standpoint. And yes, I know that we're not doing a lot of traveling right now, but I believe in my heart of hearts that that is not going to be always. So if you see this piece on sale throughout the holiday season, going into the beginning of even into next year after the holidays, it would also make a great Valentine's Day gift, especially if you're going to do like a weekend getaway or something like that. If for some reason it goes on sale after Christmas as opposed to before Christmas, it would make a great Valentine's Day gift, male or female, great graduation gift, a couple that's getting ready to get married, like quick weekend getaways where you only need like a change of clothes or whatever. They could pack in this, make it work. It is an investment piece and you cannot go wrong with this. The next piece, if you are a person that I would say, like me, you either travel a lot by air or car, or maybe you're a weekend getaway person. Maybe you got a parent that you leave like right after work, I don't know, on Fridays and go visit them, and then you're coming right back home on Sundays, which is what I do a lot. You cannot beat this. And I'm a heavy packer and I can make this one work with my toiletries in it or using my Travel On toiletry kit. It just works. It doesn't matter whether I'm carrying, light t-shirts and shorts or sundresses in the summertime, or whether I've got a couple pairs of jeans, sweaters or leggings, boots, my toiletries. It just works. It's easy. It's lightweight. It's no fuss. You don't have to worry about the weather, which I don't worry about the weather with any of my travel pieces. It just is. But if you're one of those people that are obsessing over the weather and what it's going to do with your bags, then skip Florentine because the weather is unpredictable when you travel. Go with Cabriolet. It is easy to wipe down. It is virtually maintenance free, and you can pack it without adding a whole lot of extra weight because the Cabriolet is so lightweight to start with. What I will say is nothing touches a large Russell. If you are undecided about a weekender, a large Russell does the same thing. I have traveled. This bag, no lie, probably has 1 million miles on it. Because it has been everywhere. Car, plane, train, bus shuttle, rental car shuttle. It has gone everywhere. And it packs. I can pack in it the way I can pack in the Weekender that I just showed you. Great shoulder drop. But because this is an older Russell, the leather is a little bit thicker. It's squishy and buttery now, but it is a little bit heavier. Don't know about the newer versions of this bag that have the zipper pocket on the front as opposed to the back. But this is a workhorse. I have not decided to carry my large Russells yet as a purse. But given the dimensions of some of the other bags that we talked about tonight, I can absolutely see using this as a purse if you are, in fact, a larger bag carrier, a larger tote carrier. You can also, of course, get in this bag without taking it off of your shoulder. It is my Bag Band Island bag. 3 snaps at the top. I know that this bag is not for everybody. I know that the medium and the small Russells are not for everybody. I know that there are major issues with the shoulder drop, but the large Russell didn't have any of those problems. So I would recommend it. Although I am stuck with it, and I will carry it because I'm going to beat it up. I prefer my MCM Clara and my Dooney and Bourke Mackenzie over Camden. Don't shoot me. I just think I like those better. They have a better feel. I don't have to worry about the strap. They have a pocket, although it's not as generous as this one. And the leathers, I haven't had any issues with the leathers where this one is just not where I hoped it to be. So if there were a bag that I showed you tonight that I would pass on from Dooney, is this one. And if you've been following me, you know why I feel that way about this one. I'm not in. I don't know. This one, I got it, I'll carry it, I'll use it. Maybe in the future I'll come back and do an update and maybe it will have changed my mind. But as I stand here tonight and I'm looking around, this is one that I really could have done without. And the thing is, I have 3 of these. I have it in 2 additional colors. Anyway, moving on. The star for me, no, let me go with the surprise for me. The surprise for me is changing my mindset on the Newport Tote being only like a weekend or travel or work bag. It really, if you're a big bag girl, it is a really nice sized tote. And the fact that I have it in Cabriolet, I got it in red. Oh, that red may be the next one that I carry and try it as a purse. This was a surprise for me because I've had Newports for a while in my collection. Matter of fact, my first Newport was a birthday bag a few years ago, and it was right when the bag released, and I just had to have it. I had visions of traveling with it, and I have, but I never thought about it as a purse because it's kind of marketed as a travel bag or a laptop bag or a weekender, but it absolutely works as a purse, and it's not as deep or as bulky as some of the others. It's got a good height, not super north-south, but it is north-south. It's got north-south, but it's got east-west. You got a dual carry option with the shoulder strap, and even on my arms, it works as a shoulder bag. This was a surprise for me. I did not expect to come into this or come out of this completely changing my mind about the Newport Tote because I didn't know that I had an impression of this bag that needed to be changed or swayed. And the absolute gem for me is finding a use for the strap on the bag that I could live without and putting it on a bag that absolutely will work for me as a purse. And I know that because now the Newport is in the same category. Very similar 40 size to, of course, the Floto on Coach. This is the outlet version. And then if you're looking at any of the Hermes bags and the 40 centimeter, this is going to be comparable to those dimensions. So that's where I am. I like this. All right, let me take a look at the chat, and then I'm gonna get ready to get off of here so I can get all this stuff put away so that I can come back and be on the other side while Mrs. Q is actually in front of the camera. So let me see. We've got Diva 9000, Penny Spector. I'm probably slaughtering that. I hope I didn't. Welcome. Glad you're participating in the chat. Hi, Anj. We've got Lisa J's World, Phenomenal Personality, Monica Wilson, M Squared. We've got, I think I already said, Diva, Bat Crazy. Hello, happy Friday the 13th. We've got Bianca, the Closet Dive. Who else do I have in here? Kimberly Ortega. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see, Classic MG. Happy Friday. Shani Cole, Handbags and Happiness. Welcome. Jennifer Martinez. Who else do we have in here tonight? I think I said hi already to Lisa J's World, to Diva, to Sonja Lucinda, Quimbley, Summeraya Robertson, The Closet Dive, Delise Harvey, long time no see, welcome back. Mrs. Q, I know you're getting ready for Real Friday. Who else do we have in here tonight? Hi, Carmen. I think she's multitasking. Ladies, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Sanford Bolden. Hi, Sanford. Who else do we have? Bags in the Reel. Welcome to the chat. Happy Friday. Keisha M. Hey, girl. Hey. Keisha and I have been back and forth on Instagram, I think, all week talking about bags. If you're not following me on Instagram, please go over and check me out. I'm at DooneyAddict615 on Instagram and on Twitter. Hello, hello, DJ King. Dancing with Nature 925. Hello, hello, hello. Millicent Joe, I probably slaughtered that. Charged to my head, not my heart. I appreciate you joining. Denise Mayhas. And Tuhata. So, I have enjoyed happy hour with you ladies. I hope that your week, hi Allison Brown. I hope that your week ended on a high note, and if not, your adult beverage is helping to melt all of that away. We will be together back again here shortly, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central on Mrs. Q's channel for Real Friday. I'm not sure if we're going to have a tribe time on Saturday or not, because if you recall, our tribe sister Carmen Hawkins hit 1,000 subscribers this past weekend, so now she is able to live stream. So we're going to try to get back into some kind of regular rotation cadence for tribe time on Saturdays. And then on Sunday, I will be back at 6 p.m.-ish Eastern time for another Feed Your Addiction. So thank you so very much for watching. If you're watching on the replay, do you have any of these bags? What do you think about them? Are any of them now being added to your wish list or your Christmas shopping gift list for others? Let's get the conversation started down in the comments. I will see you all over on Mrs. Q's channel. Until next time, enjoy your happy hour responsibly. Take care. Bye-bye.